Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about buying your first food cart and the 3 absolute non-negotiable checks you have to make unless you're a fan of major financial headaches.
Okay, let's just jump right in with this because, wow, this sentence, it just nails that feeling, doesn't it? That deep down anxiety you get when you're about to buy your first food cart. You know, you've got the money, you've done the business plan, you are ready. And then you start looking online. And suddenly, it's just one horror story after another. Believe it or not, this fear actually has a name. It's called the validator's paradox. It's that paralysis you feel when you've done too much research and you're so terrified of all the things that could go wrong that you just stop. And look, this is the exact thing that separates a successful business from, well, a complete financial disaster. I mean, look at this. It really just lays out the 2 roads you can go down, right? On one side, you've got the dream. We're talking freedom, profits, happy people lining up for your food. But on the other side, oof, the nightmare. Your cart gets seized by customs. You fail every health inspection. You're buried in fines. And the line between these two, it's paper thin. And it all boils down to one word: compliance. So, to make absolutely sure you end up on the right path, here's our game plan. We're going to look at that paradox, then break down 3 huge traps you need to avoid. And we'll wrap it all up with what I'm calling your ultimate insurance policy.
All right, first things first, let's just acknowledge that this fear you're feeling, it's completely justified. Because when you're face to face with a customs agent or a health inspector, they really only care about one thing. And trust me, it's not the seller's charming personality or their promises.
Here's the hard truth. A seller's promise is worth absolutely nothing without cold, hard proof. A handshake deal, a verbal guarantee, it all means zero when that inspector is standing in front of you with their checklist. And that leads us right into the first big trap people fall into. Okay, trap number 1. This is so important because this is where a ton of first-time buyers get totally tripped up. A lot of sellers will use words that sound super official, but legally, they mean nothing. And this right here is the whole ballgame. When a seller says their cart is compliant, that's just their opinion. It's a guess. But certified, that's a guarantee. That means an actual independent third-party authority has checked it out and verified it. So you're choosing between a gamble and actual verifiable proof. So when we're talking about health standards, there's one name you have to burn into your brain: NSF/ANSI 59. This is the gold standard. This isn't some nice-to-have sticker. It's the benchmark for making sure a food cart is sanitary and safe, not just in North America, but in a lot of places. What does that little stamp guarantee? It means everything. Your sinks, your counters being made of the right kind of food-grade steel. The whole layout is designed specifically to stop contamination. And here's the kicker. If a health inspector shows up and they can't find that official NSF stamp on your gear, they can shut you down right there on day 1. It's really that simple. Okay, so you've got the health stuff sorted, but what about the things that actually make your cart run? Let's talk about the gas and the electric systems, because this is another spot where things can go from a dream to a total nightmare really fast, especially if you're importing a cart. The huge danger here is that the standards for gas and electrical systems are completely different all over the world. So that cart you're importing, it's almost guaranteed to have wiring and gas fittings that are illegal where you live. And that's not just a small problem. You're looking at having to pay a local expert a fortune to rip everything out and start from scratch. We're talking costs that could literally double what you paid for the cart in the first place. Now, there's a really smart way around this. It's called the local fit-out compromise. And it really is the best of both worlds. You get the main body of the cart built overseas where it's cheaper, but, and this is the crucial part, all the important stuff, the gas and the electrics, are installed by licensed technicians in your own country before it gets to you. That way, when it rolls up to your door, it's 100% compliant and ready to pass inspection. No surprises. All right, on to our third and final trap. And this is the big one. This is the budget killer, the one that sinks so many businesses before they even sell their first taco. The hidden fees. You've seen it, right? You're scrolling online and you see this amazing price for a food cart. It seems too good to be true. And next to it, you'll probably see the letters FOB. Well, that price, that's not the real price, not even close. Think of it like the tip of an iceberg. What you see looks manageable, but what's lurking underneath is what's really going to sink you. So what's hiding below the waterline? Oh, just things like port charges, customs fees, quarantine cleaning fees. Yeah, that's a thing. all your local taxes, plus maybe thousands and thousands of dollars to fix all the stuff that's not compliant. It adds up so fast, it can completely wipe out your budget. So to protect yourself from this iceberg, you have to understand two little acronyms, FOB and DDP. FOB means free on board. Sounds good, right? Wrong. It means as soon as that cart leaves the factory, every single cost, shipping, customs, taxes, everything is your problem. DDP, on the other hand, means delivered duty paid. This is what you want. This means the seller handles all of that. The price they give you is the final, all-in price to get it to your doorstep, period. Frankly, this should be your litmus test for a good seller. A reputable company gets it. They know you're stressed, so they just give you one final, simple, all-inclusive DDP price. If a seller refuses to quote you DDP and only wants to talk FOB, that's a massive red flag. You should probably walk away. Okay, so let's pull all of this together. Let's build your ultimate insurance policy. This is the simple checklist that's going to keep you from accidentally buying a 4,000-pound paperweight and actually get your business off to a flying start.
It's just 3 things. That's it. Number 1, you demand to see the proof, that official NSF stamp. Number 2, you get confirmation that the gas and electric are certified for your local area. And number 3, you do not accept anything less than a delivered duty paid or DDP quote for the final total cost. And you have to remember, these 3 things aren't expenses. They're not optional add-ons. They are your absolute best protection against fines that could shut you down for good.
So now you know the difference. You have the knowledge to make sure that dream cart of yours is a solid investment, not a crippling liability. And really, that just leaves one final question, doesn't it? Now that you know how to avoid the traps, what's really stopping you?